Greetings, YouTube. This is the Armchair Philosopher, or Fragments of Memory. The Ghetto Cyrano recently did a vlog on drug testing for welfare recipients. If you are not in the know, many states are implementing drug tests to those who are receiving some form of government assistance, i.e. food stamps, TANF, etc. Before I begin, I wish to preface what I'm about to say with expressing my understanding and sympathies with those individuals who find themselves in hard economic times and may need help, whether it be from the government or a religious or charitable institution. I recognize that there are many people, while being on welfare, who are striving to better their lives to escape the ecosystem of poverty that they may find themselves in. I know of a single mother, who receives state assistance, who is trying to improve herself by looking for employment, trying to escape, earn her bachelor's degree and escape that cycle of poverty. And she's attempting to give her daughter a better future. There are many women and men just like her. With that being said, I am neither naive or blind to the fact that every system ever devised by a human being is ultimately subject to some form of corruption. In the case of welfare recipients, there are those who know how to cheat, hustle, and work the system for their own ends. The Ghetto Cyrano gave the examples of every first of the month when the government assistance arrives, the dope man is sought out by these recipients, or the imposter designer clothing is purchased, or the money is being used to perpetuate a makeshift rock star or hip-hop party lifestyle. I've seen this played out in the conversations and demeanor of those who are receiving that type of assistance. Now, side note, the media would have you to believe that the majority of those who receive food stamps, EBT, Section 8, and the like are blacks. This is not true. Many who receive welfare are poor whites. Unfortunately, when the word welfare is used, the minds of many envision a black woman in booty shorts and tattoos with 7 children fathered by multiple men and pregnant by some unknown paramour. This image has been fodder for right-wing conservatives. The poor are more likely to be susceptible to drug use than those who are affluent. Now, I will concede to the fact that there are those who come from wealthy families who engage in drug use and are self-destructive, but they may have a support system to catch them when they fall, i.e. they get sent to a rehabilitation center, or they get some type of counseling because mommy and daddy can buy that for them. The poor do not have this luxury, however. Yes, there are programs that may help them. However, 1, many don't take advantage of the programs, and 2, even if you do, there is a lot of things you have to jump through, or maybe they may have to come up with money that they don't have. Now, many of our black brothers and sisters get caught up in that cycle of poverty and drug use. And of course, it may seem like a magical way out if you are poor, if you are struggling, if you are going through the drama of life. You will have to endure things like poverty, and maybe that drink or maybe that alcohol will help you. Now, once hooked on that drug, the chemicals contained within them do a number on our brain cells. We become addicted, and by hook or by crook, we try to get and maintain that high that the drug provided for us. And things like taking care of our children and our business, like paying the rent or just putting food on the table, they're no longer a priority. And with mixed up priorities, you see in a lot of situations, and the Ghetto Cyrano brought this up, you see the mother or father looking like they stepped out of an issue of GQ, or the mother's looking like a top model, while the children may walk about dirty and in tattered clothes. The hip hop, rap culture tends to glorify looking good and putting on airs. We have the ice rap, the bling, the fast cars, the good-looking cars, going to the club, popping Chris and everything else. And of course, for example, speaking as a man, when I've seen these women in the music videos, I think they're gorgeous and lovely and desirable. And I want that. And many black men want that. So of course we try to emulate and take on that lifestyle and try to front as though we have that lifestyle, believing it's going to attract that woman to us. And of course, we try to look like we have something when in reality we don't have anything. And that seems to be another thing. and we forget about all that glitters is not gold. There's even a song done by the Jacksons. I remember the lyrics. The name of it was called "Music's Taking Over," and of course Michael Jackson sang lead on this one. And one of the lyrics was, "Music is a power people depend on every day. They make their decisions by the records that they play." So when I look at pop culture, when I look at how pop culture tends to glorify promiscuous sex and the fast life and affluence and luxury, then all you have to do is be a rap star. So our priorities are messed up. So I find that with the drug testing, I'm saying all of this to say that with that drug testing, we try to do this. With the drug testing, my phone just went off, excuse me. With the drug testing, we love to take those drugs and get high. And we're so often doing it on the government's dime. Well, let's take it back a step further. We're doing it on the taxpayer's dime. And I don't want to fund your party lifestyle. When, let's say, I go to work, whether it's flipping burgers at McDonald's, sitting in a corporate office, or driving a truck, or putting up a roof, I don't want to have to fund the lifestyle of someone who isn't trying to better themselves or be a contributing member to society. And unfortunately, when these people don't take care of their children, they then become property of the state, i.e. through orphanages and foster care, or even worse, jail, the prison industrial complex. And Testizel uploaded a video, and I think it wasn't a video that he was in, but it was a video that he got where basically it talked about how prison is a business. Prison is a business, and that's something that you need to understand, that the jail, the prison industrial complex is a business. So the first thing that has to go, so drug testing really doesn't bother me. I think that's a good idea. However, you address some other things. You said that the economy is getting bad and the middle class is eroding ever so slowly and surely. The middle class is eroding, and you have the haves and you have the have-nots. And that gap is getting bigger and bigger and bigger with this economic downturn. And one of the things you said is we're always talking about cutting the spending. And many times they show the welfare programs, especially these right-wing conservatives. But we don't talk about the war machine. We don't talk about the money that goes into the military business. The military is a big billion-dollar industry, weapons and contractors and the like. Well, I'm going to stop right here for now, and I'm going to continue this video because I want to get on the war aspect of this as well. Take care.